Hey, 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 lovely people.
Your
Hope
music's
that
still
you are
playing.
doing well out there.
Your music's playing in the background, Deb.
Sorry. Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Gym
Hi,
Time with
people.
myself.
Hi, people.
You just messed it up with myself, Debbie, and
Maurice, aka Paul.
I was in my flow there. I was in my flow, and then you just
I
was
just
like,
saw your head moving left to right, so I didn't know.
yeah, I was in my flow. That's me in my
It was
flow.
like me, Debbie. And yeah, you're right though.
Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah. Gym today, innit? Literally, I had gym time.
Yeah, gym time.
Yeah,
Nice, nice, nice,
yeah.
nice.
I pushed myself that little bit more. You know, somebody I come, somebody I come. No, no.
Mm-mm. So yeah, I am looking forward to tonight's topic, and I hope that you guys are too. So let us know who's joining us, where you're joining us from, and welcome, welcome, welcome to those of you on Instagram. I'm always trying to get things up and going on Instagram. I'm just hoping that it will work today. I think that when I chime in on there, there's a bit of a lag. So hopefully I'll be able to hear everybody on there. So yeah, it's got a little bit of a lag on there.
Well, also for you guys watching on YouTube, do subscribe and like. And I believe if you follow us, you can leave comments in this chat. And if you're on Instagram and you do want to tune in on YouTube, you can find us at Maurice and Debbie at Gym Time. If you just go over to YouTube, find us on there, and we'll be able to follow your chat here.
Yeah, so I'm over on Instagram and just posting a message on there. But for those of you who are going to be joining us on Instagram, you can also join us on YouTube, where the chat is normally popping off. So yeah, if you really want to kind of be in the chat with all the rest of the people, yeah, join us on YouTube, and you'll find us at Maurice and Debbie at Gym Time. It's that simple. So we should be welcoming a few new people to the platform, shouldn't we, Paul? Because we met a few people who we shared the
Yes,
platform with. So
yes,
hopefully they'll
yes.
be joining us today and getting some really good feedback. All we ask is for you guys to subscribe, to share, so that we can get the numbers up on the channel and, you know, let it go further abroad, because the algorithms will, you know, draw in people. So yeah, thanks for joining us, Kicking with Passion on Instagram. And as people come in on Instagram, I'll just be shouting them out. So hi, Trouble
And
Buffet. Hi, Sonia.
yes,
Welcome, welcome.
we've got someone else here. It might be Catherine. I'm not sure. Oh, it's I don't know. It doesn't say. But what I was going to say to you is, no, not to you, but hello to the couples that we met. If you are here, do leave a comment. Um, uh, it'd be appreciated.
Even if you're watching it on the replay,
Yes,
because
yes,
some people
yeah,
can't watch it live. So even if
yes,
you're watching
yes,
on the
yes,
replay, give us a
definitely.
shout out. Let us know that you joined us and what you thought of tonight's episode, or maybe one of the other
So,
episodes.
what's you tell us, Debbie? What's tonight's episode?
So it's the digital dating dilemmas, and it's all about the challenges, the good things that happen basically on digital platforms for dating. Our world has changed so much now that it is gone from people meeting people on the road or just through a friend. Not that those things don't happen, but there's so many digital platforms now where you can actually start dating people find a spouse possibly. And yeah, so we're going to be talking about that, catfish, all of those kind of things we're going to be talking about tonight.
Yes, and my disclaimer is we're here tonight to, and every Tuesday at 8:30, to try to motivate you, empower you, open up and expand your mind of different possibilities. And if you're having difficulties, there are videos that we have posted as well. You look at the ones that we posted. That's on, again, I'm going to say it, Maurice and Debbie at Gym Time. If you press the live button when you go to our main page, you'll see the list of all the recordings, the past recordings as well, the past shows. So so we are here in the hope that you'll take on board some of what we say or all of what we say and try to apply it. If it doesn't work, adjust it to you and your personality. And if it still don't work, nobody come cut Winneck. Yeah. I just love saying that, don't
I
cut
know you
Winneck.
do.
I
I know
said that
you
last
do
week as
because you're
well.
crazy like that.
That's my little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Over to you.
So, yeah, likewise, like what my brother just said, we are here to encourage you, motivate you, inspire you to live your best life in your relationship. And we know that relationships can be challenging. We genuinely know how challenging it can be. And so, with insight, with wisdom, with knowledge, with research, we bring all of that to you to help you to live your best life in your relationship, not to quit, but see how you can work through various different challenges and come out, as they say, smelling of roses. And my slogan is, I don't know everything, but what I do know, I will absolutely share with you. So yeah, that's our disclaimer. And we have already gone like 8 minutes into the show. So let's get cracking. So digital dating dilemmas, the impact that dating apps can have on you as an individual. And I think that, I just really wanted to start off by saying that you will have some really good platforms and some platforms that are not so good. So I do know somebody, I'm hot already, I haven't even started. I do know somebody who, as part of a business syndicate that I'm part of, is about to, in the near future, launch dating. It's not a dating app. It's not a dating website or anything like that, but it's dating events, going back to the old school kind of, not quite like speed dating, but going back to people meeting up in person. And the reason why she thought that this was a good idea was because of it being personal. So the dating apps, you can be scrolling, and might not find, because the first thing you're going to look at is their face first and foremost. Yeah, you're going to look at their stature, and if you don't see someone that you like, then it's kind of like, well, this isn't for me. You might also get people that's coming into your inbox. Again, they may not be for you. You may have people who you've spoken to, seems to be fine, but ends up not being for you. But the fact that you can be in your house and don't go anywhere, and you can just be on an app and find somebody on there, is the way how the world is. It's all about being convenient. It's all about, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay in my yard. I want to scroll, and I want to find somebody at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
and that's I know someone who went on one years ago, and they're married. They met their man of their dreams, and
what,
he
like
met
me?
and he met his woman of his dreams, and they spoke. I mean, I think they spoke for a bit, and they went on a date, and they clicked, you know, and now they've been married 11 years now. Yeah. So the possibilities are there. And I was reading something, and I'll just read this. Um, the pros and cons online dating by eHarmony, which is one of them.
Mm,
Editorial team, September 22nd, 2023. Online dating doesn't have as much stigma as it used to. With you imagine this, listen to uh, how many people are on this. With 40 million Americans using dating sites and apps, it's becoming more and more common for people to meet and date online. Not to mention the fact that we spend most of our time connecting through our phones or social apps like
yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Anyway,
Hmm.
but whether you're taking a chance, you're trying an online dating site or sticking to the old-fashioned dating game, looking for love in the real world, and in a way, that is what they're saying is the real world now.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm
with
saying.
social media, with all these apps. And I mean, there's some crazy ones out there.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that when some guys, and I say some guys, go on there because they don't have confidence in their self,
Hmm.
to be in front of somebody. So they create a profile
Yeah.
of who they like to be. And some women, don't get me wrong,
Yeah. I think it works both ways.
and that is a con, as in pros and cons. I personally, back in the day, I used to go on one. Yeah, well, I've been on a few, but there was one, and I don't remember what it was called, that you ring in and you could talk to people on the phone.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you could talk to them, but the men had to pay and the women didn't. But there was a loophole. There was a loophole that I found, that you could ring
Did you pretend
through
you was a
on the
female?
women's one.
Yeah. I knew he was
But
going
never
to say
bring
that.
anything. You ring through on the females one, but there's an option in there, yeah, because obviously it's optional what they want to do, and some want to talk to men and some want to talk to women, yeah.
Hmm.
So I think that's how it was that I worked it, and I could get through to women free because that's when I was with
That's
one
you.
to one, yeah.
That's you,
Listen,
Mr.
listen.
Scammer.
I was no, it's not a scam. I'm using my head. Why am I going to pay this money to talk to somebody, yeah, or talk to all these women, yeah? And I'm going to say, or because listen, there's been some off-key people, man, yeah, and I think they should bring that back. That you are actually talking to someone, yeah,
Hmm.
not typing a message, not filling them up with a man or a woman up with your uh I'm 6 foot and you're 5'2". Yeah. I go to the gym. You ain't been to the gym for 10 years. Yeah. Yeah. That you always say, what's the word? Buff. But it's not the older generation. I mean, there are some,
Yeah.
like on
Well, they've got
Plenty of Fish.
yeah. So they've got apps for the older generation. They've got
Is
apps
that what you're
for
saying?
like the younger generation. They've got apps for Christians. I say that in inverted commas. Because I was when we was at this business meeting, we was talking about some of the Christian websites, and some of the people on there are not Christians. They're looking, they're proclaiming that they're Christians, but they're not Christians. When you're meeting up with them and talking to them, they are not Christians.
Because
So there are various different websites that people can go on, and it's tailored to them as well. The It can be tailored towards Caucasians, it can be tailored towards Black people. So there's a variety of them that is out there now, and I think that the pros of it is, like, I've got a list of some of the pros here.
me too,
um,
as well.
Yeah, so it's convenient and accessible, like what we said. It's, I mean, during the lockdown, do you know how big this actually got? It it went crazy during the lockdown because people couldn't come out of their house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they was on those dating websites. They weren't going nowhere, but they was hitting up people, and it was huge during the lockdown. I don't know what it was like in the States, but the stats over here was
It would have been it would be. I was looking at some stats as well.
Mhm.
It was boom. It was booming.
It was
It was
booming
booming.
during that time because people was lonely. They was in their house, they're not doing anything. And so a lot of that, the texting backwards and forwards, and I guess a lot of phone calls as well probably was being made, but it was extremely booming during that time. And I think that um I'm just assuming that that has just continued the momentum because there's been newer websites that have come to fruition because of the whole lockdown and how fruitful it was. So the diverse pool of potential partners. So online dating platforms have millions of users from different backgrounds, increasing the chance of finding someone compatible based on shared interests and values. And again, that is a positive because can you imagine if you go to a church and that's your pick? That's your pick. But when you're on a website, you've got a huge pick of people, and they're still in London or wherever, whatever county you're in, wherever you are, they still could be in this, neighboring town or something like that. Again, on their filtered search, so you've got options, so you can filter out all of the people them that it's quite funny, with the filtering, because I used to go on a dating website years ago, and I remember with the filtering, like you said, you can put in certain things on there, and you're absolutely right. I remember this guy on social media. He was talking about going on a date with this lady who didn't even look like the lady in the picture. So when she turned up, he was just like, who are you? Like, you a sister, like cousin, whatever. And she's like, no, it's me. No, this was you like 20 odd years ago. Do you get what I mean? This wasn't you now. So the picture was you when you was 20 years, like 20 years younger. You know what I mean? And that's what people do. And again, one of the things that people request or do not even bother to look at is images where it's just the top half of them, like just their head. Because again, that's been another big thing where people have turned up and you are double the size that the person thinks because you've got a really small head. Do you get what I mean? You look like if you're a small person based upon your head, but then you're much larger in size. And that was another thing that especially guys were commenting on. I remember when I was on the website and they was like, could you send like a long shot, like a full length picture, which was hilarious because I didn't know that there was people that are just like scamming like that on dating websites. I just thought everybody was just, being true and sending in their up-to-date pictures and stuff like that. But far from it, there's people that was on there that had a hairline in their picture, and then in actual reality you have no hairline, or the
Yeah,
hairline
like
is like
mine.
white back hair. Do you know what I'm
Like
saying?
mine.
You can put both of your hands, there. So, you know, these are things that people do on the websites, and I did actually find it quite funny. So the filters are really good, but it doesn't mean that it is going to be like what you think. Also,
See, at the end of the day, you put in what you're looking for, and then the algorithm matches you to people who are using the same type of words as well.
absolutely.
But it doesn't mean that they're necessarily like that. I think, I, personally speaking, I think it's a wonderful concept, and for those that have found love and not found nutters and right off key people, yeah, she says to you, "What? You're with me now?
Mhm.
Huh? No, you're my man now." You know, because there are people that are demanding like that. No, so what do you do that for? What do you meet me for? Well, I want you to know who you are, but obviously I don't want to know who you are now. Ah, yeah, and it kicks off. But I think it's a wonderful idea. But I do believe that where I told you about when you had a phone call bit, because you could send on the site that I used to go on years ago. Man, I was in
I
early
like the way you
20s,
said
you know.
years ago.
Yeah,
I like the way.
no, it was. I mean, there's other sites that you don't go on.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I've passed through. Experience is a wonderful, crazy thing. I know. I was having a conversation with um uh my son and his friends, and they mentioned a particular website, and I warned them from it. I warned them. I said, "Do not go on it." Yeah, because just like these sites, the selection is it's endless. Yeah, and this is again my opinion. It opens you up for infidelity,
Mhm.
unfaithfulness, sleeping around. You met her this time. You hit off, and you're going on dates, and um, he's a nice guy or she's a nice woman. Next thing you know, you sleep with them, and then as I was reading, they're on other sites as well, meeting other people as well. Yeah.
Mm.
So they're not committed. That was one of the cons, that they're not committed. Some people are not committed and exclusively looking at you and exclusively being on just that
Yeah.
that
Not
site.
single. They're not.
You know,
They're not single, but they're on. But they're actually on dating websites. That's what you're
um
saying,
uh,
essentially.
uh, and yeah, and the thing about it is that just me, maybe I'm old fashioned. Yeah, I like to meet. Yeah, the blind date thing. You met someone the first date.
Well,
Yeah,
Mo
whether
said
you're
that.
walking on
Or
hmm?
is it Mel? No, Vivine said. She said,
First of all, she said,
"Do you guys have a show called Love Is Blind?" No, I don't think that we have. And she
I've
also
seen it.
said,
I've seen it online. I've seen it online though.
"Oh, have we seen it?" Oh,
Yeah,
she said, "Have you got? Oh, have we got a show?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. We do have that. We do have that show in the UK. Um, she said, "I don't understand what's the point of being a catfish. I guess
yeah.
the intentions is to never actually meet the person." Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
They
See where
never
it
want
goes.
to get
Yeah,
found out.
yeah. See where
They
it
I think that there's a thrill in it. I think that there's a thrill in trying to pretend that you're someone else that you're not, and that person is getting sucked into that. But when you do normally watch these catfish shows, they're basically saying like they've fallen for that person. Um, it's like sometimes people are hiding behind somebody else, probably hoping that they looked like that for
Mm.
they because most of the time the catfishes have got low self-esteem. Some of them might be overweight, some of them might have acne. There's always something that they're not happy about themselves, and they're portraying themselves to be something else with the hope that it never gets found out. That's why you always saying that the person's going to meet you, and they never actually meet until them them men them get on the show, and then all. But again, I don't even understand that, because if you know what the show is about, then you know that you're going to be found out.
Exactly.
And if that was the
Exactly.
case, why do you just meet up with the person in the first place and just say to them, "This is who I am. I was just trying a thing." And then I do think that people just get addicted to doing that, because there was just lots of like people who had more than one person that they was talking to. Do you get what I mean? And they're
See,
portraying
I
they're
don't, I
stealing
don't, I don't
somebody's
think there's
identity.
anything wrong in talking to lots of people. I
No,
don't.
no, no, but they stole somebody else's identity. That's a
Well,
catfish, isn't it? You're stealing
cover.
somebody's identity and pretending that you're that person, so that you can, because you know that that person's attractive, and men or women are going to be attracted to them, and then you're pretending that you're that person. I think that that's wickedness. I think that that's because that person's
do,
now
do,
falling
do,
for them.
do you
But then
know? Do you know
I
what?
think,
I remember.
but let me just say this. But I think that the
Go
person
on.
that's falling for them is a little bit silly as well, because you're speaking to somebody for months and months and you haven't met them. You know, you might have spoken to them on the phone, but you haven't met them. And then every time, I remember seeing one time, this person's never showing their self on the screen, and I'm like, why are you still talking to this person? That's in my mind anyway. I'm like, why are you still talking to them? You can't meet them. Every time you try to meet them, you can't.
Exactly. Oh, I'm busy, or I'm at work, or I got a busy
My
schedule.
camera's not
Bye.
working. Go
Yeah,
fix it. Fix the camera.
right.
What was 6
Yeah,
months later? Your camera's not working. Bye.
I get because they got no money.
Mm.
You know what? I ain't got no money. No, no, no. I don't know. I done American voice like it's only American people that do it. You got it right over here as well. But I remember I created a profile for Facebook, and I use this guy's image
You
to
didn't.
yeah, I did years ago. Yeah, I don't remember his name. What did I made up a name for him as well? A handsome man, not as handsome as me, but he was handsome nevertheless. He had a washboard belly, which I don't care that he's got 6 pack. I got 1 pack. When you need
One
6 pack,
sec.
when a 1 pack would work. No, not really. But I had him. I found the same person online, and he had no top of. But I done it to test one of my exes, and I messaged her, said, I like your picture. Is this really you? And this and that. And he went like this: Who are you? I don't know you. Don't message me. Yeah, I've got someone. Yeah. So,
And he was like,
it
well
worked.
done. Well
Yeah,
done.
I did. I thought, yeah, but I just wanted to see. Yeah. No, but
Stefan,
that
but
that
you did say, Paul,
that's the only time.
you used to be
Yeah,
a hot mess.
yeah, I was.
But
I
you know
was.
what?
There were a
Somebody
lot of
tried to
things
do
that I
that to
did.
me. Somebody tried to
Wow.
do a profile. Yeah. They tried to do a profile and pretend that they were somebody who they wasn't. Yeah. And let me tell you something. I sussed them like it was a joke. Like, I was like, who are you? Like, it was because you know what it was? Your language. The language you was
That's what it was.
using, the language you was
Yes.
using was the language that I know you use. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, this is this person. And I sussed them. When I sussed them, all of a sudden you disappear. All of a sudden you disappear. You get what I mean? Like, and I found it hilarious. They never ever said it was them, but I knew 100% that it was them. And it was the name that they gave on the profile. It was the way they was talking. I was just like, I know who
see,
you are.
see, see, the analytical mind that I have, I know everything has to change. I
Hmm.
knew from when I create the person, he
Hmm.
can't talk like me, you know. But like I said, she
Absolutely.
shut me down. I mean, what I was doing is that I was liking people all over. So look, you get more friends in there, friend requests. Some people joined. How are you? This and that. I never answered anybody, but I needed to create. I mean, I remember months later, I think I sent something. I don't know if it was their birthday, just to say hi, happy. I think it was that happy birthday. I hope you had a lovely, lovely time. I know,
Oh, no response
I
in it.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I don't.
Good.
Oh, his name was Roy something.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if you're watching, yes, it was me. I feel no way. I was testing. I was
But
testing. You won.
you know what
You
as
won.
well, with people portraying that there's someone that they're not, with that comes a whole like mindset, that because you're
It
having to
is.
lie to that person. And
Mhm.
then what I couldn't understand with the whole catfish thing is that they're saying, oh no, I wasn't lying to you though. Everything I was saying was true. But you're lying though. Do you get
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? You're
because
lying
this is
about,
you're not the person.
yeah, because you're saying like stuff like, yeah, because I'm in the gym, because you're having to, you got this ripped body and you're having to say to that person, yeah, I'm in the gym or I'm doing whatever, but you're lying on the couch eating potato chips. Do you get what I mean? You're like, do you know what I'm saying? You're blatantly lying, and then you're like, you're trying to persuade that person that I am that person for you because everything I was saying to you was true. I'm like, no, no, you
See,
weren't.
this is what it said. It said, yes, people do lie on their profiles. Not everybody lies on their
Mm,
profiles. So I think that's a bit broad for them to say this. While this is like while this yeah, the grammar's not right there. Basically, it's not a surprise. Unfortunately, many users do lie on their online dating profiles. Many users most commonly lie about age, height, income, whereas female users lie about weight, physical build, and age. Ain't that the same thing though?
yeah,
That they said
pretty
height.
much.
Oh, men put the income in there,
Yeah.
um, but women don't. But
Hmm.
the pro of this is meet people you might not have crossed paths with.
Yeah.
Online dating opens the dating world the same way social media allows us to connect globally. Your world is no longer limited to the people you went to school with or live near. As using online dating allows you to meet and connect with people you probably never would met without the internet. If
Hmm.
you're interested in a particular type orientation and lifestyle, live live in a rather isolated area, online dating gives you access to more potential. Listen to what they say though. It it gives you right access to more potential partners. Not that you may find the one of your dreams, but it opens you up to many other partners,
Hmm.
and that's the downside of that,
Yeah.
because it's like a drug. If that doesn't work, you date the person, you go out with them for a month or so, and you think, hmm, they're kind of boring. Because I
Yeah.
know someone went on Plenty of Fish, and the thing was popping up when
Rampant.
they put their normal face on there and everything else like that. But because they got this grin that everybody kept on saying, your smile, he's got this big smile on his
Hmm.
face, and um he was they were popping off. Bing
Yeah.
bing 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 bing. Anyway, he met up with some of them and carried on. um yeah, anyway, he dated some of them, and one of them just in the middle of it said, you are a nice guy and everything, but I want to get back with my ex. So why go on there?
Mm.
Yeah. I
Maybe,
don't know.
maybe after dating so many frogs, she decided I was better off with the person that I was with.
Well, he's not a frog.
Well,
Their size,
clearly
and
worked for her.
he met somebody who, again, what you said, the profile, they look a particular way, but he said, there was a big girl, and he thought, you know what, I'm not cold, I'm gonna date you, you seem like a really nice person.
Mm.
And then, she's dressed to the nines on 2 or 3 dates, yeah. And then one day he was meeting her, and she said she had a frumpy dress on, like she looked frumpy. And if you don't know what that means, is that she dressed really old. And when she dressed really old, she was mature, but now she looked extra old. And he's
Mm-mm.
walking with her, she's holding onto his arm. And he said that this really good looking woman looked at him like, come on. you know like, what are you doing? And it sounds coldish, but it's not,
Yes.
because you you went on there and you met him, and in a way, he could have said what you're wearing makes you look a bit old, but would she have been offended with that?
No,
You
the
know,
thing is, if he met her and she was wearing something and it was really nice, and then another time he met her and she wasn't really wearing something that was to his liking, he could have said, in a nice way, I really like that dress that you was wearing the other day. Do you get what I mean? But your outfit, if like there's certain clothes that you're gonna put on and you look fantastic in it, and other clothes you're gonna put on.
but you're gonna try. You're gonna try it. What his
Yeah,
point
but
was
you're
that
not
she
gonna.
didn't
You,
even try.
do you know what I mean?
She just
If I turn up and I wear something that I consider to be really really nice and you don't, if you liked me, then the clothes. I said it to my friend. I remember one time she went on a date and she saw the guy's shoes and she was like, hell to the no. She was like, no, 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 I'm not. And I goes, the shoes. And she was like, yeah. This time she said that they had a great night. They was up and down, blah, blah, blah. And then near the end of the night, near the end of the night, she took sight of the brother's shoes. And then she was like, hell to the no. She was like, I was walking up and down with this brother with those boats on his feet. She was just like, no.
you
And I was
guys
like,
out there, right?
that's superficial.
You
You
guys,
can
what do you
change
think?
that.
What do you think? You know, what's the icebreaker? What breaks? No, not the icebreaker. What is the deal breaker for you if you went on a date with a guy, blind date?
Guy
Um,
or girl,
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
either
because
either
there might be
either
guys out
one.
there, and
Yeah.
what would the shoe bother you? Would the dress bother you? Would the weave bother you? Yeah, the weave
Hmm.
not set properly. It's lent off to the side like it's supposed to be a bob, but she got
Or
it and
it's
thought it
high
was
up
a
at the
bob, but
top,
it's not.
high up, or it's high like
Yeah,
a dome in the top bit.
yeah. Or he turns up with a string vest on and just a jacket over it. Would that be a turn off for you, or would that be a turn on? If he was muscular or super bony, you thought he was more buff up, and he's not. He's just got little Popeye arms. Before Popeye eats the spinach, he's just got this little. So come on, you guys, talk to us. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like to know.
So for those of you who are just joining us, we would really like for you to subscribe. Those of you on Instagram, I'm not on the chat at the moment, but you can actually join us on YouTube at Maurice and Debbie at Gym Time if you want to join us on the chat. Let us hear your thoughts and your opinions on what we're talking about. So we are talking about the digital dating dilemmas, all of those things that can happen when you are on dating websites. We're looking at the pros and the cons actually, but I think that we've been speaking more about the cons more than the pros. Do you think?
Well, yeah. Well, let me throw out some pros. Yeah, 1 out of 5 relationships. Yeah, I don't know where they're getting these statistics from. But before we do that one, right? I wanna read this. Absolutely, deal breaker. Someone that hawks and spit on the sidewalk.
Mm-mm.
It would be, you know. And she said, and this is what she said as well. I don't care if it's Denzel.
Oh wow.
After he says, "How you doing?" Yeah, you know. Uh, and then he's like, hold on. Say hell to the no. I don't think he would, there's people there's people that want to pick that up and say Denzel spat. This is Denzel's. Okay. No, I think that the old-fashioned way. Anyway, let me read it. Bro, one out of 5 relationships start online. We are living in a digital age, and with so many social sites and dating apps, there are many ways to meet and build relationships online. Plus, there are a lot of success stories from marriage or committed couples that met online.
Mm.
And I, as I said, it's if I was single, I'd still want to do it the old-fashioned way, that I go out, I see somebody, I like them, I go up to talk to them, they tell me no. I said, go about your business. No, not really. You know, to be able to overcome any kind of objections, you know.
Yeah, but I think that I think, and I've heard it being said by a lot of men, that it's that, if, like, you know, back in the day, being in the clubs or in a dance or so, and you do that long walk over to the woman to ask her for a dance, and she says no, and you're just stuck. Do you know what I mean? Or you just have to walk back. The
No,
walk
you
of
walk
shame.
off to the side,
You
like,
get what I mean? The walk of shame. And I think that it's still now, you know, where men still feel some kind of way, even though they are meant to be the hunter. It is still that feeling of supposing that she says no, and the dating apps are eradicates that, really. Do you get what I mean? Not
see,
totally, not totally, because
yeah,
the thing is, it's like the difference between you sending in a CV and you being in the room. Yeah. So me sending in a CV and me being in a room, I prefer to be in the room than to send in a CV, because the CV is just like everybody else's one. Do you get what I mean? But if I'm in
mhm.
the room and you see and you hear my personality and can hear what I'm bringing to the table, and you see me in person, I stand a better chance. So when you're on the dating apps, you're just like everybody else. It's just like a CV. Do you get what I mean? Now, what seals it is when you go and you probably start talking to them on the phone, then you go and actually meet them. I think that it's better for you to talk for a while on the phone and then eventually go to meet up. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
I
I don't
think so as
think
well.
I don't think that you should go from sending a few messages online to straight away going for a date,
No.
especially in this day and age, you know, with, like, not that you can't meet some dodgy people after speaking to them for a little while on the
Mhm.
on the phone, but I think that that is the better way forward. I remember when I was on the dating website, it was very quick, you know, you're going to meet that person and so forth. And I remember saying to my friends, yeah, so we used to always, like, if she was going on a date or if I was going on a date, I would let her know where I was going, when I would get to the destination, blah blah blah. But the reality is if anything happened to me, what you would have been saying was this was the last time I saw and heard from her. It didn't eradicate. It didn't eradicate anything happening. Do you know what I mean? That's
especially if you thought he was all right, you know,
Yeah.
and
It
you know,
didn't
for
eradicate.
those for those people that say, you know what, I come home with you.
Yeah.
Um,
Like,
see, do you know, Debbie, that back in the day, way back,
way
way
back,
back,
way
right?
back.
Way
Yeah.
back, yeah. That's what some women did with me. The same night you're coming home with me, but
Mm-mm.
I was it for me.
But
Like
those
when
things
they
still
told me,
happen now, though. There's
no, I
people
know they
still
do.
doing
This is the whole
one
thing.
night stand.
And what if I wanted a gentleman? What if I was a
What if you was a
you,
what?
you said what?
You just
Murderer?
froze. You was like, what?
Murderer. Yeah, can you imagine? You know, I kidnap
True.
people and sell them.
It's
Yeah,
true.
you don't know
Jeffrey
who you're meeting.
Jeffrey
You know,
Jeffrey Dahmer
so
scenario. Do you get what I mean?
there you go.
Because the
Yeah.
reality is that when we thought of it, we was like, duh, really, like, y- you would have just said, yeah, I spoke to her at this time, and this was her. This is where she was. That's the last
See,
place you heard or saw,
but
knew I was at.
the
Doesn't
the thing
eradicate anything.
is that
Let's read
it,
some of these
even
messages.
though I said that,
Hmm.
you could still be meeting a guy, and 2 years down the road or a year down the road, he flips out on you, and you're dead, or she flips out you and stab you up. So it don't really. It's one of those chances that you take. And I was reading that people take the chance, you know. And
Mm.
as I said, there are success stories, you know. and there isn't. I think that if you choose to do a dating thing, long it out,
Mhm.
because especially when someone, aren't you going to meet me? Are you going to meet me? And you're 2 days in, aren't you going to meet me? Aren't you? I think there's a lot in that you can read into that from a man or from a woman.
Mhm.
No, I want to keep talking. Let's just talk for a while, and then when you're comfortable enough, the phone number, the burner phone, yeah, they
Mhm.
don't get the real, that then you ring them,
Mhm.
you allow
Absolutely.
them to ring you, then talk, and then you're going to see the real personality. The longer that you phone and text date someone, the more you get more of a profile image of the person,
Absolutely.
because then when you've gone from texting to conversations, it I mean, I'm not talking about texting like, he's texted you and said like, morning beautiful, how are you? Yeah, it's nice, but this is a second day.
Mhm.
Build something, build something. Someone's laughing at the burner phone.
Yeah.
you know
I wanted to
uh,
see what I wanted to show what Trevor said. Trevor, oh well, he said sorry, he's running late, but it was this
yeah.
one that I wanted to show, the walk of shame. So Trevor, do you know that one where you had to walk back
see
after
see
them?
see listen, I don't know that. I don't know it. There's a key to that. Yeah, there's a
What, you
key to
just
that.
stand up next to
No,
them and chat?
no, no, no. Most men, yeah, when in my opinion, when they go to a place, they go and dance with Susie, go and dance with Becky, go and dance with Diane, and then they come to you,
To you.
Felicia. Yeah,
No thanks.
and Felicia says, hell no. Yeah, and you get the walk of shame. And even if you haven't danced with anybody, yeah, you've got to have some presence about you. Yeah, you got to, when you come in, that everybody has noticed you as a
Let me
man by
tell
what
you,
you're
my
doing.
brother's a show off, yeah. So before he would have asked someone to dance, he would have been on the dance floor flexing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he would have been on the
Exactly.
floor doing. He would have been on there flexing,
Peacock.
knowing,
Peacock.
knowing, knowing, knowing full right that they're watching him. Yeah, and then he's watching to see who's watching. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
and then
No,
and
you're
then
wrong.
he
You're wrong
then
about
he will
that.
bust
You're
the
wrong
move.
about that bit. You're wrong about that bit.
Don't
I
lie.
don't look who's looking at me,
Yeah,
because
right.
I've already scanned the room.
All right.
That and who I think that I'm attracted to. Yeah. So all I'm doing now is the peacock dance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But I know who I want. It don't matter about everybody
Exactly.
else.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what you're doing. The
Listen, there can
peacock.
be 10 in there, but I will only find the one. And I don't dance with all different women.
Yeah.
You are who I want to dance with. So when I come, I've already peacocked you. You love my feathers, yeah? And then you smell good on top of it. And then you don't come over and you go, you're right, you want to dance? You come over with that voice, yeah? And normally the music's playing loud, so you bending down to her ear and you touch her elbow, yeah? Just a little tap. Do you want to dance? And she'll look at you like, yeah. Yeah. I don't know no walk of shame. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Trevor
I've
says,
never had it.
Trevor does, he says,
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
the walk of
Enough
shame.
time.
Enough time.
I worked.
You,
Hey, listen.
Trevor,
I
you
worked
did
it
the
out.
peacock dance.
I
You
worked
did
it
the
out
peacock
when I
dance.
saw those men getting kicked back. I learned. I learned a
And then
strategy, and I
you
said,
watching what they're
right,
doing. Watching
yeah,
what they're doing and what they're not doing,
yeah.
isn't it?
I see them dancing with this one and dancing with that one and dancing with that one, and then you're coming to dance, and it doesn't matter how good looking they are or how
Mm.
they're built. You didn't make that woman exclusive, because women look at men. Come on, I know we got women in here. if you see a man wanting to dance with, and he's a good-looking guy like myself, yeah, and he's dancing with all these women, and then he come to you, and you're gonna turn him down.
What if if there's a guy and he's full of himself and he's dancing up in the room and that, and then he comes and asks me to dance, it is a no.
Right. But if you watched him and all
I
night
wasn't
you
one of
see him,
those. I wasn't one of those people that danced, like, especially when I was younger. I didn't dance with
maybe it was
people.
based, you know.
Yeah, I just didn't want people rubbing up themselves on me. I was not that girl. Like, do not, like, they used to ask my friend, "What's wrong with your friend? Why is she acting so stush?" It wasn't stush. I was just like, "Who are you? I don't even know you. Why you like? No, no, thank you." Do you know what I mean? But
And see
again,
go
I
on.
did used to be. Do you know what? I used to be very polite. It's after a while, after you start getting on my last nerve now, then I would say, like, I did say to you no, but, and I was trying to say it politely, even to the point that I would try and talk to the person so that they wouldn't feel shame that they're having to walk off. Do you know what I mean? So I would
Yeah.
talk and I'll be like, no, no, no. Do you know what? I'm all right. Thank you. Do you know what I mean? Are you having a nice night? You know, I would do that. But then you're like, oh, come on, just dance and everything and trying to take my hand. And no, I was not that chick. So those type of things used to annoy me, especially it, like, you know, one time me and you was talking about this and I went out and this guy wanted to dance with me. And I was like, no, thanks. No, thanks. But he thought he was the bee's knees. He was doing the peacock dance. Yeah.
It was the
He was
wrong
doing,
dance.
yeah,
He was doing the sparrow,
he was
not
doing
the
a
peacock.
sparrow, isn't it? He was doing one pigeon dance. That's what he was doing, one pigeon. One pigeon dance. So I was just like, no thanks. This brother would not leave me alone. I was like, what is your, and you know what he did? He went to dance with different women in the room to get me jealous and then come back. Said that they dance with me. Why wouldn't you dance with me? Paul, I was cracking up to the point that I told you, my best friend said to me, Debbie, like, dance with the brother. I think he's gonna try and beat you up otherwise. She was frightened to leave the building. She was like, security, security. Literally everywhere I went, I couldn't evade from this guy. It was like ridiculous. But those things were fun. Like, I thought that it was fun. Like, I can talk about it now, innit? And we can laugh about it. When you're on the dating app, all of that is out of the window. Do you get what I mean? You don't have those experiences. All of that is out of the window. And
But look, you're able to look
I guess
back at that
you
as
got
an
another
experience.
story, innit? You got other stories.
Yeah, when you're on the app, I mean, yeah, you have a story for the apps,
Funky
but like
chicken,
that,
sorry. I was just
yeah,
laughing. I'm
yeah,
laughing
I
at
know I'm reading as well. But it's look at us now. We're talking about an experience. You
yeah.
can't have that same experience digitally. Yeah, you might have a laugh and say he looks like this, you know, or if you do go and meet him and you get that laugh, but you don't have the experience. And I guess for some women it's that pestering, for some men it's that shame.
Yeah.
Then step it up, do something different. But go to the comments.
Yeah. So Trevor said, lucky you get plenty dance. After them kind of moves there. You read the room, brother.
Yep,
Revelation Time said that. And
yep.
also said,
This is
this
you.
must have been in
This is
regards
about
to me
you.
saying I didn't want them to dance up with me because he
Yeah,
says leave them sweat on you, and that I
leaving
wasn't
them sweat
interested
on
in
you.
that. Absolutely. And Trevor said the funky chicken. Yeah, the funky. No, he was doing the pigeon. He was doing the pigeon dance. Yeah, definitely doing the pigeon. And Travel
Shovel
Buffet said,
bucket.
I used to literally tell guys, I'm too good for you.
Oh wow.
I'm too good for you. Wow, mash them up. And then Revelation Time says you should have come with the ostrich. Wow,
Yeah.
could you imagine?
Because
Can
the
you imagine?
ostrich, he might have done it better, you know.
Big up your chest. Big up your chest. No, that means that you'd have run around the room fast. Run around the room fast with them legs there. Yeah, but I think that there is that experience that you're going to get on the digital platforms, and I remember being on a dating website, and I'll tell you what used to be the general consensus, that I was lying about my age. People think I lie now about my age, but I was told that I'm lying about my age. I told my correct age. That was another thing that people lied about, was their age. I'm surprised it wasn't on that list,
No,
because
it was. Age was
was
on
it?
the list.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because they lie about their age. Yeah. But I didn't lie about my age. And I remember people saying, "Oh, you're lying about your age." I was like, "No, I'm not. That is my age." And it was because my picture, obviously you're going to put up a really nice picture. It wasn't filtered though, because back then we weren't even using filters on the phones.
That's right.
At all. They weren't using no filters. So, but back then you take a nice picture and you put it on there, and I didn't even think the picture was very youthful. Do you know what I mean? I generally didn't, but they just didn't believe my age. But I think that when you're on there on a dating website, I to me, I think it's pointless just lying. What's the real point? Because the whole point is that you're going on there to get a date, right? So if you're going to go on there to get a date, why are
But
you going to be lying about
some of them
stuff?
aren't, Debbie. They're not going on a date. You said it
True,
earlier. The
true.
thrill of just doing it, and someone is attracted to that, and
Yeah, that's the
you
catfish,
keep,
though. That's the
yeah,
catfish.
you keep it going, because that
I guess
that
that's why they
that's
got the
your thing.
mature. That's why they got the mature dating websites for mature people.
But
Like,
you know what?
just
Having
going to do
mature
stupid.
ones don't make a difference, because you got men that still lie about their age. Yeah, they're bleaching up
Oh,
their hair, looking younger, and and all this and that. You go to their house, and after you're linking with them, he's left his dye, or she's left their dye on your pillow, and you're like, why is this? Where's all this black come from? Where's all this orange come from? Oh, no, 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 no. It's my natural hair, my natural ginger. I'm a natural brunette. Listen, you don't I as I said, I don't knock anybody that goes on there, and find the right person, and
hmm
that they've taken all precautions in how they've done it, step by step precautions, you know,
hmm
that you've meeting someone with the same type of values as you as well. you
yeah.
know ask a lot of questions. Men, ask a lot of questions, because you don't know that phew, you don't know what you're picking up with. And women, ask a lot of questions, whether they're
hmm
lying or not. There's some questions that from the outcome of it, every single question that you ask, that it's just been something um out there,
But you
and
said something really important earlier on. You said about forming relationships, and don't just like, oh, morning beautiful, oh, you look really sexy in that dress. Oh, you got a really nice smile. That's not really developing a relationship,
Mhm.
forming even a friendship. It's compliments. Do you get what I mean? And sometimes for women, and I guess for some men, but more so women, these things make you think that this person is the one, because they're
Or into
complimenting
you.
you. But you don't. But you
Yeah.
don't. You're not really having conversations with them. Do you get what I mean? You're not getting to know them. They're just giving you all, gassing you up, basically, as the young people then would say.
Mhm.
And you're not getting to know them. You don't know nothing. Do you get what I mean? Nothing. You know, um, and it depends. It, like, for some people, you're right. They're on the dating website just to just get
For
themselves aroused.
sex.
Do you get what I mean? Just
It's sex. Some are on there just for sex.
absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
she
Back
like.
in the day, Plenty of Fish was like, I think it was like, yeah, you're looking just plenty fish. That's what you're looking. You're
But you
looking
know
to
what? You know what? There are websites, yeah, that specialize in that. That you can go and meet
absolutely.
this
But I
person.
don't think
And
I think Plenty of Fish was meant to be a good website, and then it became based upon
yeah,
people who was on the website at the time. They said it did used to be a decent one, and then everyone on their uncle was on there just doing pure madness. Do you get what I mean? But I think that I do think that there is some good sites, and I do say, why do you put up the dog farm?
dogfish fam,
Dogfish fam.
not cat,
It's a
not
dog
catfish,
farm,
dogfish.
not catfish, dogfish.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one, actually. Um, I think that it is good if one you do find it challenging to meet people. I
Yeah.
think it's good. I think that yeah, the convenience of having it at your fingertips. Yeah, again, but I'm very much a person that likes interaction. I like to meet with people. I'm not really one of those people who would sit and talk forever on chats. I think it's good if you can meet somebody in person, and like you said, we both said earlier on, have those conversations first, and then eventually go and meet up with that person. But I think that the world that we live in now, this is just how it is, and I was talking to a couple of my friends recently about relationships, because they're not in relationships, and they say no, it's really difficult to like work, kids and things like that. And I did suggest to them, go on a dating website, because you're not going to go to Sainsbury's, you're going for the mayo, somebody else going for the mayo, and your hands touch, and it's like, whoa, do you know what I mean? I actually said to them, go out, like join like a salsa class, or you know do some social stuff, so that you can meet some potential spouses. Like, you're complaining that you're single, you're not with anyone, and it's been years and so forth, but you're not being proactive. Do you get what I mean? You just sitting at home, you're not. And again, one of my friends, she was on a dating website, and she just got bored really quickly. She's not a social media kind of person. And she was just like, I just couldn't be asked. I was just scrolling. Nope, 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 nope,
To the
nope,
left, to the
nope.
left.
Yeah. And she was just like, and I said to her, well, if that isn't for you, then you're going to have to find different methods, which I
Exactly.
was just like, join, like, what are your interests? You know what I mean? If you got these interests, go and join the painting club, or photography, or like I said, salsa, or go somewhere where you actually like, and you might meet the person that you're looking for there. Do you know what I mean? Because you got the same interests.
Hmm.
So I do think like what this lady is part of the business syndicate that I'm part of. I do think that her going back to basics and having events where couples can come together and they're going to be vetted. So one of the questions we was asking her, because we was doing some pitching over the weekend, one of the questions we was asking her, what happens if two people come together and it goes south? And she was just like, that's their business, I'm just getting them together. Do you know what I mean? I'm providing a platform for them to come together. If you guys don't hit it off, that's you sot's business. And I think that with us looking at the pros and the cons, I think that it's important for anyone in any situations to always look at the pros and the cons when it comes to dating, because otherwise you're going to be let down, disappointed.
And don't be desperate. Yeah, don't be desperate. The first one that comes along, that's the one you're snatching up. Build,
Mm,
as we're saying, is build a friendship, build build so you know who they are. I mean, yeah, they can lie, but they can't lie indefinite, because
Yeah.
after a particular time, you're gonna see. And don't give up your body just like that,
Hmm.
because they're so nice, or because you ain't had sex for the last 2 years, 3 years, yeah, and you're hungry. Don't just give it up. You just give yourself. But if you're that way inclined, that's your business. Yeah.
So I don't know how to say this. Matthew Licky, this one long name on Instagram. She said, "Age is not the only thing they lie about. People lie about multiple things, single whilst being married, etc."
Yes.
Absolutely, and we did mention that earlier on. You know, about people saying that they're single, but they're not. You know, no children, but you got a trailer load of them. You know, there's you can lie about absolutely anything on the platform, because nobody don't. You can
They
lie
don't
about
know
your
you.
name. You can lie about
Yeah.
your name. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be Jeff. You can be
I never,
Winston. Do you
I
get what I mean?
never lied. Do you know the lesson that I learned was,
Yeah.
I was 14 years old. I liked this girl. I told her that I was 15. She told me that she's 14. So hey, Then I find out that she's 13. And then I said I don't want to go out of it anymore because you lied to me. Damn hypocrite. And I learned that lesson from when I was 14 years old.
Mm,
Yeah. Don't lie about your age. And
yeah.
I've never lied about my age. I've never lied about my status. I've never lied about my children. And I just, because that's the real me.
Yeah.
If you can't be the authentic you, then who are you? You don't even know who you are.
You don't even know who you
Yeah?
are.
All of a sudden, you'll say, no, my name's Felicia. Yeah. Felicia Rapunzel. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I come from wherever it is.
You.
Yeah. I've got my own business. Your own, no, you ain't got your own business, Felicia. You know what I mean? Even that's you start believing this lie, and you're playing this role. You're not an actress. You're not an actor. If you want to
Mhm.
be that, then go into the industry. Don't be the real
Be
you,
authentic.
the
Absolutely.
authentic you. Because if they don't want you for who you really are, they don't deserve you.
Hmm.
They
Absolutely.
don't.
Well, didn't you
You
see
know? Yeah,
earlier
travel
on,
month.
we must just
Said,
say, you know,
you're not good enough for me.
you're not, you're not good
That's a
enough
bit
for
deep.
me. Um, uh, Revelation time says, don't be hungry is very essential. And
Yeah,
in response to me saying like the whole heap of children, it was they
Triller.
said trailer load of them. But yeah, I think that
Anything on Instagram? Any
this
comments?
uh, desperation is not the one. No, that was the only one that I saw at the
Hmm.
time. It's really difficult to navigate that kind of
Okay.
platform, but I was glad that that actually showed up on there.
What
Um,
I'll do next time is that I'll bring my other laptop. Yeah, and I'll monitor that at the same time. Then.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that, oh, this is what I wanted to say as one of the
Cons, pros.
cons, the emotional impact. So
Mm.
uh rejection and ghosting can be more common on online dating, which can affect self-esteem and emotional well-being. And yeah, like it is that walk of shame again. It is that rejection. It is people not clicking onto your profile, or people not being kind, because you're going to get people who's not kind as well. You know, we get trolls on social media, people who are on there just wicked, just ain't got nothing better to do than to tear people down. So you do have to consider that, because if you get setbacks, lots of sorry, knockbacks, that will mess with your self-confidence and your self-esteem.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
you know, you do have to consider that. I will tell you something. When I was on the dating website, I was very polite to people, you know, just said no thank you, you know, thanks for inboxing me. But I'll be honest with you, after a while, it wasn't that I was ghosting people. When you've got a lot of people messaging you, and this is not me blowing my own trumpet, you just don't have the capacity to be answering people. It's just you just don't bother to answer. And I remember
Women,
this what made me laugh once, yeah. Where it happened a few times, where people are inboxing you, telling you when you're saying like, no, I'm not really interested. And this was normally Caucasians messaging you saying like, I'm looking for a Nubian queen. Yeah. I'm looking for one that I can just lavish my wealth on. I remember this man said that he was he inherited £50,000 and he's looking for a Nubian queen that he just wants to lavish it on. And I was thinking to myself, do I look like if I fell down and nicked my head? I was just like, and that was a common thing, by the way. It was just like, I just I, and it's like it to me it started to become a thing where it's just like you just want to know what it's like to be with a black woman. That's what it was. You just want to know what it's like to be with a black woman. So you're fabricating all of this, oh, I've got money, because every black woman is poor, so they need money. Do you get what I mean? But this is what it became a thing. I had to start blocking people because all you're doing is being in my inbox chatting nonsense. And so you will get those kind of people, but you're also going to get people who might start to be mean to you or, ghost you, even after you've spoken to them for a while, because they might find somebody else who they just think, oh, do you know what? I want to spend time talking to this
or
person.
saying negative things about you to you to make
Absolutely.
you feel less than. But
Hmm.
this is the whole thing about knowing who you are. When you're
Hmm.
going to go on there, know who you are before you go on there.
Before you
You
go on
know that
then.
you're not one that, if you know that you're a desperate person
Hmm.
and clingy, them sites aren't for you. Yeah.
Mm.
Because as a woman, and what I was going to say to you, as a woman, eh, listen, almost most of the women who are on these sites will tell you there are so many men that message them.
Hmm.
So many. They're inundated with so many messages. I think, this is my opinion, that women get more messages
Oh
than
yeah,
what
absolutely.
men, yeah,
Absolutely.
you know, and those men that have to show off their muscles and everything else, they're trying to, it's entrapment. Yeah.
Mm.
They're trying to trap you into, oh, ooh, look at him, look at his chest, look at his arm. You shouldn't have to show
Or could,
any of your
or could
body.
it be? Or could it be because the men know that they don't get as
There are,
much,
yeah,
that they want to show off their best assets, so that the women are more attracted to them because they know that it's kind of like, for a man, it's five. What is it? 5 to 1.
but
Five
why?
women to one man.
Yeah, maybe, yeah,
Yeah,
but why? If you have to show off you in order to attract,
but that's like you with the peacock dance, though.
no, but I don't have to show my body off. I
No,
can
no,
dance.
no. But
I love music.
but
I
that's
love
what they're doing.
music.
They're showing off.
Yeah.
They're showing off their body. You're showing off your dance moves. How about that?
I think it's different. I think if you're covered up and you can dance. I mean, now I go out and I'll just like me and Catherine, and even if I go out on my own, when we was at the funeral, we didn't really get to dance there, but when we went
I
to
know, because funerals have
G's,
become more
yeah,
social.
yeah, we went to G's, yeah,
Mm.
and I'm just dancing. I'm just dancing. I now, as a married man, I'm just dancing. If you're attracted to me because I'm dressed a particular way, I smell good, I look good, and I can dance, that's down to you. I'm a married man. I'm not there looking for anybody.
Hmm.
Yeah. And if you approach me, like I went to one, and this woman said, "Oh, that's a nice jacket. You should give it to me." Now, why am I going to give you my jacket? I don't even know you. Yeah.
You can
Covetousness.
get
Yeah.
those who
You
say you can get to
covet
know
the
me.
clause. No, but it's that forwardness. Me personally, I don't like forwardness. I like to do the chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a man, I like to chase, to catch you, but I know how to catch you because I flap my feathers. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that's the same as me showing off my muscles, or because if I'm dressed in a suit and I'm built, you're gonna see my physique anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go on. Do you wanna? Oh no! What?
What is what you say? You can cover up
Hang
sluts.
on, I'm trying to
Just
put.
saying.
You can be a covered up slut. Just
Mm,
saying. What
just
what
saying.
what are you saying to me?
It's the
Eh,
truth. Let me just put it back up there. Let me just put it back up there.
Not me.
It's true. It's
Yeah, but it's
absolutely true.
true.
You can
Yeah,
be covered up. It's like I just think that if somebody believes that that's one of their best assets, like I'm not in agreement with it. I'm just saying I understand why they would,
yeah.
why
I
men
understand
and
why.
women do that. Do you get what I mean?
Mhm.
I personally just think it's tacky. I think, you know, yeah, yeah, cover up yourself. You know, you get you're giving off the wrong impression. Do you get what I mean? To me, you're
That's why
giving
men
off.
will ask you for a long shot as well.
Huh?
That's why men will ask you for a full shot as well, because they're checking out your physique to see what you really look like. It's not to
Absolutely.
see, is it really you? Well, it's me. If you don't believe it's me, then move on.
No, no, for real, for real, for real, for real. There's people who look small up here.
No, I'm not saying that, but
They
I'm
look
telling you
small
from a
up
man's
here,
perspective.
and
From a
then
man's perspective,
yeah, you want to check them out.
men will ask you to send you a full length picture because we're checking out what you look like. If you got big breasts, big hips, small hips, we want to know.
Yeah,
So
and
we
then
will
it
ask
goes
you.
from send me a picture to send me a nude picture. Move,
Yeah, of course it does.
move,
That we do. But there's women that do that as well. But there's websites
move.
for that.
Yeah,
There's web.
that's yeah. Go on them websites. You
Yeah.
know, you go from send me a picture. Oh, that's a nice picture. You got anything a little bit like got anything with a little bit less on? No, this is the picture that you're gonna get with my long length skirt to my ankle. That's what you're gonna get
It's not even up
with
to.
my
It's up
Rolex,
to here.
with my
Up to
Rolex,
here. Yeah.
like with my Rolex
Baggy.
on. That's
Yeah.
right.
Sheet. You got a sheet
Absolutely,
on. Can't see
absolutely.
nothing. It's
Uh,
crazy.
Trevor said that's her flirting with you about your jacket.
You
Yeah,
flirt as much as you
absolutely.
like. I blank her out. Yeah, get
You like
lost.
your jacket?
Yeah,
Give me
get
the
lost.
jacket, no?
Yeah, she could have been super fine. It still wouldn't have made a difference because a conversation. Yeah, I'm not saying that she would have won a conversation with me, but talk. If she said, "Oh, that's a nice jacket," uh, and what? I know it's a nice jacket. That's why I've got it. Yeah,
But sometimes people are
I'm a
just
bit cold. I'm a bit
sometimes
cold like that. I
yeah,
think
sometimes
because
people are just being nice though, because
yeah, but I
you can
think
be
because
out and
I'm married, I knew it was flirt,
yeah, you can tell
and
the
I'm
difference
shutting
though.
down. I'm
Yeah,
shutting it down. I don't want a conversation. No,
yeah.
gone.
No,
Yeah,
you can tell the difference between someone who's trying to flirt with you and somebody who's
yeah.
just
I knew she was, but the fact
complimenting you.
is that goes back to what I'm saying. I'm a married man.
Mm.
Well, I think
Yeah,
so,
Trevor
Trevor.
said that.
I bet you know.
I bet you
Yeah,
know you're married. Yeah.
yeah.
Because
But
the thing is that the ring nowadays, going off subject a little bit, but the ring nowadays means nothing to
it
no
means
one.
nothing to
Like,
men and women.
yeah, like I want to be your friend. Did I tell you that I need a friend? Like, did I tell you that I need a friend? Like, why do you want to be my friend? Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
No, thank you. I'm perfectly fine. Don't need no extra friends. That I don't know
In,
why
in
people think that that's even a thing to say to someone. It's just so silly. I'm like, come on, get
Yeah,
real.
as a man, we know. I mean, as women, why we say it, but in a way, it's in case your relationship isn't so good, I'll be
Yeah,
your
that's the
friend.
next question. You happy?
Yeah, Right.
You're married, but you're happy.
You happy?
You're happy. Am I serve you well?
Mm?
Yeah.
It,
That's
it,
those are the conversations that people want to bring to you.
it's strange, and as someone said, I don't remember who said it. These married men are out there on these sites as well. They made it accessible when she's sleeping upstairs, or he's sleeping upstairs, or right beside you in the bed on the phone. Yeah, and it happens. I
Yeah,
think
it is.
it's
Because it's accessible. It's
that's what I was gonna
accessible.
say. That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say. You know, it's I think you should stick to your lane. If you're single and you're looking for a relationship, a proper relationship, build it. Build it with whoever. You can talk to 50, 60 different people if you want to. Yeah.
Mm.
But you do it in the right way. You're building. I remember one woman, where did I meet her? Oh, yeah. I met her at Porky's when you and me, uh, we went
Hate that
Porky's this time,
place.
yeah.
That place is.
Yeah.
You didn't even say
And
the name. You should have just said oink oink. That place. Listen,
and
it's like
and
a dark dungeon. Why is it like that? Like,
good
I think
night,
I've been there
Pauline.
twice in my life, and it was just the horriblest place ever.
The thing is that I met her there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I we went out on a we was talking. We talked every day because she rang me every day. I
Wow.
finished at 6:30 in the morning. She'd ringing me 6:15 every morning. Yeah, ring it. I'm at work and I'm thinking to myself, Flip, oh, come on now. Hey babe, how are you? And this time now I'm single. I'm not looking for no relationship. And I remember me and her was in the car. We went out on a date, but the leading up to the date, this is like why I say to you, take your time. Yeah, you'll see the real person. So we were gonna go on a date. Mummy was coming up to my house to look after Israel, and that's my son. And Mummy was late, so she's ringing me and she's getting ready. The woman, I'm ringing Mummy. She said she'd be there soon. I then ring her and say my mum's not here yet. She switched on me. Yeah, twice. I mean, twice the phone call on the second phone call. She switched me. I've been waiting for this all day. And I've got myself dressed and this and that. And right there, I knew that you weren't the one.
You ain't the
Yeah.
one.
So I switched the night. I said, listen, me and you don't have to go out, Trust me.
Mm.
Yeah. And I changed the voice. I told you, right, that my mum's coming, yeah, to look after my son. Yeah.
You
I've
didn't do
cooked.
the
I've got
Jamaican.
myself
You
ready.
didn't do the Jamaican voice.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I had to talk to her like this. So I don't think she would have understood that. Yeah. Even though she was of black descent. But I'm not rude. Yeah, but I had to put in her place. And then I said, well, we don't have to go. She humbled herself. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I've been waiting for you. I said, well, understand that I don't have an option. What am I going to do? Leave my son in here on his own and I'm just going to come and meet you or take him on a date? I said, come on now. Yeah. Anyway, Mummy come and she met me and we went out on a date. It was nice. I don't even remember where we went. I just remember it was right. Yeah. Yeah. Next thing you know, while I'm in the car, I was saying to her, you know what? I want to be friends with you and friends with whoever it is, because I'd rather build something talking to you and build to see if you're the one. Anyway, a couple of days later, I just said to myself, that's 6:15 phone call. I'm done with this, man. She's a director of a company. Yeah. So I said to her, I remember I rang her, or she rang me one day and I said to her, I'm sorry. I'm not going to date anyone. I'm getting back with my ex. Who told me to say that? She cussed me off. She cussed me.
You
Yeah?
wasted her time.
Yeah? Not just wasted her time. She said, because I lived in the council house. You council house no good for nothing. You ain't getting no one. Yeah, but you're coming to try and date me. I got my own house, my own car, and this and that. There be listen,
Wow.
the contrast. Yeah, because
Mm.
I said I want to get back with my ex. You know,
Wow.
because going out there and seeing that, I said, nah, I said better if I'm stay with the ex. Yeah, at the time than to be dating someone who doesn't
Yeah.
understand that I have a child and these things. Listen, yeah,
Yeah. There are people who are saying right now out there, it's like it's there's a lot going on out there. It's not
there is.
all as it seems. It's like, yeah, if you want to be out there dating now, you don't know if you're even dating male or female. Do you get what I mean? You know, yeah, it's really scary. It's not even a joke. Like proper scary for people. People don't know what they're getting themselves caught up in. And yeah, there
Absolutely.
are people who are just staying put, working through their dilemmas, getting back with their partners because of the whole dating game that is going on out there. I wanted to say what A. Marie Tracy says on Instagram. She said, the dating game, I believe, depends on what the person wants. I believe that it takes a lot for a person to start talking to a person. Absolutely, it does.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
does take a lot, but because of social media, because of these dating platforms, it's made it easier for people. Like we said in the beginning, maybe you didn't hear. Um, it makes it easier for some people who have confident issues. So it can be of benefit. It can help people, can support people. But I don't think that people should just be reliant on that, because then,
yeah.
if you're reliant on it, then it doesn't build your confidence. That's a crutch, isn't it? So you're constantly relying on that thing to help you to meet people. And I think that you can do it, but I don't think it's something that you should do all the time. I think you should get out there in the real world and find yourself in you know some place, I don't know, where
I
you
like
got.
I like what you said earlier on,
um,
because what you said is that you have an interest. If it's book reading, there's book reading clubs out there. If you like sewing, there's
Absolutely.
sewing clubs out there.
Absolutely.
There are some men who like to sew and knit.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how many, yeah, but
Mm.
yeah,
Knitting
cooking
class, just
cooking classes, or
cooking
like you
classes.
said earlier on, salsa, or some
Hmm.
kind of dancing, or you know, and you got to build your confidence, not you in per se, but you got to build your confidence about for yourself. That's
Hmm.
why I said you got to be the authentic you. If you're shy, then I see. If you're shy, you know, but I remember when I wasn't good at this. Yeah, I remember when I couldn't stand up in front of people, but yet I
Hmm.
took those jobs where I had to do presentations. Yeah,
Hmm.
why? Because I need to challenge myself to get myself out of this fear of facing an audience. And though I still get nervous, I was able to overcome it from that to build the confidence in myself that as long as I know what I'm talking about, yeah, your
Hmm.
subject matter, you got to know what you're talking about. The greatest person that you can talk about, guess what? It's yourself, because you know
Absolutely.
yourself more than
Know yourself
anything
more
else. You know
absolutely.
your childhood, you know your teenage years. There's funny things in all of there's traumas, there's all different things that we can talk about
Mm.
ourselves, which is ice breaking, which is deep or funny. I mean, look tonight, we've been laughing at, different type of things. So be the authentic you, be the real you. If you're shy, it's okay to say, like I used to be shy. I said, I'm kind of shy, and they say, oh, you really don't strike me as a person who's shy. I say, yeah, and it starts a conversation. So
Hmm.
be the authentic you, be who you are. And if I said it earlier, and if no one, if some, not no one, because someone's gonna want
Yeah.
you, there's
Yeah.
someone out there for everyone, you know,
Everyone. Hmm. Let
and
me share what Trevor said,
so,
because that made me laugh.
yeah, I know. I laughed at
No, he said I must start using these dating sites single a decade now. Yeah, try it out. See how it goes. What did you say about Porky's?
And
At
make sure you
Porky's.
come back and tell us how it went.
Yeah,
And don't be
give us our wedding
don't
invite, yeah. At Porky's, I dare you to go out the back door, watch out for the train, the train line. I never even went out those back
I've
door.
never been out there either.
Yeah, it's mad. So he said when you was talking about the woman, he said she switched because her men started to wear off. Trevor, you're just as mad as us, you know. And travel buffet was actually laughing at that. She says the men's. Being a director, what you were saying about the woman is no big
Yeah.
deal nowadays. Absolutely. I think back then it was probably the be all and end all. Revelation time said it could be
Pronoun.
any pronouns, love. And I
Yeah.
was saying night to Pauline because she was saying good night to myself and Paul. But yeah, guys, we've been on here over the hour because it's
Yes.
fun talking with you and sharing some of our stories. And yeah, we hope that you're looking at the pros and the cons. If you're somebody like Trevor said, he's going to go and check it out. I think it could be a good thing, for
Well,
but just
you can try Plenty of Fish, Trevor.
is it still going? Is that still
Yeah,
going? Is
I
it?
think so. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to shut down. Yeah,
Yeah, because there's
not
plenty of
not
fish
that
out
I
there.
not that I know, but I'm
Mhm.
assuming. Okay, I want to make it put it
Innit?
clear. I don't have an account. Yeah, I've never
In
had
your
an.
name.
Oh wow, cool. But I'm assuming it's still going because
Yeah,
obviously
I
what I
think
was studying today, it was throwing out the names of them still.
yeah, I think that it's good if you find one that is more suited for you. I mean, back in the day, there was quite a few speed dating things. I don't think that they do much of those anymore. But I guess if that's whatever floats your boat, we just thought that we would bring this topic to the forefront about digital dating because that's the world that we're living in now. We hope that this has benefited you in some way, shape, or form. Please share with others if there was anything that you could take away from it, even if it was the jokes. Please share with others. We really appreciate all what you guys are doing. Maurice and Debbie, well, what is that? Great topic. Keep up
Well,
with the
great
amazing.
topic.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed them. Thank you, Sonia.
When you
Revolution.
said not in my name, so
Oh,
she'd
not in
say,
your name. Oh, okay.
yeah,
And tagged and vibes.
yes,
Yes. So yeah, all being well, we will be on next week Tuesday with some more gym time with another topic. And as we say, if there's any topics that you want to share with us for us to talk about, then please feel free to leave it on our platforms. You can go on to Facebook or Instagram on both of those platforms and share it. Just DM us and we will do that. If you also want to join us on here live, people are just acting all shy around here.
I know.
Shy, like,
Hey, Trevor, you want to join us live next week?
you don't even
Just
need to put your camera on. We can just hear
yeah,
your voice.
that's what I said. I said that to
People are all
Travel Buff.
shy around here. I don't know what's going on.
And any of you on Instagram that's
Instagram,
listening,
if you want to hit us up
your
on his
friend, your
Instagram.
family, you know that person that chats a lot like us, yeah, that they just chat. Get them to come on here, just please message us, whichever way. If you're on Instagram, then you can send a message here. If you're on YouTube, then you can do it on there as well, because it's not just, I always say, it's not just Debbie and my show, it's your show as well. You have experiences, you have things that you ponder about in relationships, or whether family relationships, whatever it is, come and join us. All right.
Absolutely. This was one of our
So
light-hearted conversations. Join us for some more in-depth talk
Yeah.
where we go deep diving, and we really like start breaking down some of the challenges, and the challenges and decision making, and just looking at life and how we can navigate it in better ways. So yeah, I enjoyed tonight's show, and people are saying that in the chat. Revelation time, great talk, good laugh, happiness. What did you say? Happiness night?
Great talk, good laugh, happiness night.
There's no comma. Hey. Sonia's got clapping hands and smiley faces, and Trevor says to speak would
Yeah.
be easier than typing. My fingers hurt.
I will send you a link.
We'll
Right,
definitely send you a
next
link.
week. But we'll send you the topic as well. Yeah, so you'll
Absolutely.
know what we're talking about. We won't just spring it on you
Well,
like that.
actually, next week, actually, we do have a guest that's meant to be on. We're meant to have the one and only Jasneth Richards that's meant to be coming on, and we're going to be talking about disappointment in relationships, betrayal, loss, love, loss, all of those kind of things. We're going to be talking about that next week, all being well. She was meant to come on this week, but it was a little bit too tight. So all being well, we'll be sharing that topic: love, betrayal, love, loss, that kind of thing. We'll be sharing next week with Jasneth Richards. And so yeah, you're more than welcome to jump on and hear what we are going to be speaking about, and also add your 1 and 2 pence, or one and or a dime or a dollar for those of you that's in the States. But yeah, your final words, Paul.
My final words are: have a wonderful, blessed night, the rest of the week, and that we'll see you by God's grace next Tuesday as well. Okay. And again, let us know if you want to join us live. We're on Restream. We'll send you a link on Restream that will bring you on as a guest. All right. So good night, everybody. Love and blessings. Are you saying good night, Debbie?
Yes, I didn't say good night officially, but yeah, I was just trying to get things up in the background. You was meant to speak a little bit longer than that.
Okay, I
But
didn't
yeah,
realize.
God bless you all, and until next week, bye bye.
Bye.